The countdown timer source is a really useful source to use in your Create productions. It's not just your basic countdown timer, it's got a few different modes on it as well, so you can utilize it in multiple different scenarios, whether that's in ad breaks or intermissions, or just doing a countdown to when your show is beginning, which is what I'd like to do in this example here. I have an esports project set up, I have a starting soon slide, but I'd like to add a countdown timer into that scene as well, to let my viewers know when the show's going to begin. So what I'm going to do with that scene highlighted here, I'm going to right click in the sources window, hover over quick add source, go up to my countdown timer source, create a new one. So here we can give it a friendly name if we want. Countdown timer is fine for this example. And there we go. That is the countdown timer in its most basic form. So it's going to come in quite large there. I'm just going to resize this just so it doesn't look too messy and distracting. Right, so in its most basic form, the mode is countdown, it's set to 5 seconds. We can set some final text here as well if we want to. You can start it off, it'll count down from 5 seconds and then say, take your seats, because that's what I've set it to say. We can also select and change the font if we wish as well. So you've got all the usual settings you would hope to see for your font in here. You can just OK that. You can change the color as well. Perhaps we wanted to pick a color that's already within our scene. You can add a gradient as well if we're, feeling a bit creative. Let's match it up to what we've got going on in the scene there. There we go. Now it's just got a bit difficult to see. We can give it a background as well. So that's the basic countdown mode. That's the first mode that you've got. You've got 3 other modes as well. You've got a count up. So if you'd like it to just be a stopwatch kind of thing going on there, you can just do that. Set it to count up and it'll do that. Stop that for a second. We also have specific time. So what's the time now? It is 20 past 3. So if I wanted to set this to count down until 15:30, so that's when our event starts. We can just set it like that and we've got a specific time and we know that that's going to be counting down to exactly the right time. The final mode that we've got here is specific date and time. So say, for example, you wanted to count down until Christmas. Why not? So we've got December there, the 25th, 1 o'clock in the morning. We're counting down till Christmas. Now you might be looking at that and thinking, well, that's a bit confusing. That doesn't look right to me at all. So what we need to take a look at is the format here. So if you hover over the question mark on the format, it will tell you what you need to put in to make it look the way you want it to. Now, I appreciate that this can look a little bit intimidating to begin with, but it's actually quite simple. So first off, I need to simplify the hours here. So I don't need the 0 and a capital H. I just need a small h. And I want to add days in here as well. So that is a percentage, as you can see there, and a D for days. Now to separate that, I just need to put in a colon. And there we go. We've got 86 days, 10 hours, 38 minutes, and 50 seconds left until Christmas, which I'm sure you all wanted to know. Now we've started that timer off and we are now counting down to Christmas. So as you can see, there's lots of different ways that you can use the countdown timer. Some are very useful. Perhaps this last one is not very useful. But hopefully that's a quick introduction to how to insert a countdown timer source into your scene and some different examples of how you can set that up. Thank you for watching. You can access other instruction videos on our YouTube channel or by navigating to support.quicklink.tv.